Good morning, friends. Look at how this sets fire today. Wow. Today I'm super aware of people, you might be one of them, who's being singed by life, who's got a pain. There's somebody in your life that is bothering you, troubling you, and it's hard to understand it, that their choices can cause you such misery. It's maddening, isn't it? To hand over the steering wheel of your joyful life and put it into the hands of somebody who seems to have control of you. It's no fun. And I'm poignantly aware of that this morning and how painful certain relationships can be. And so that's what I'm here for today. I know there's people that are going to be listening that are struggling because something is happening in their life that is causing them an issue. And so I'm here today to tell a story. I was thinking about that last night, that ultimately I am a storyteller, and part of how the cards open themselves to me and brings me such joy and delight. And my heart is to share that with you. So today we're going to be using our Halloween deck because it is Halloween. Happy Halloween. Hi, Aname. Hi, Roxy. Welcome. So glad to see that little green fishy Roxy. You are my oldest member. No offense, not old in chronological, but you've been with me the longest. Oh, and a super chat already. I did grab my cat deck because I do attract a lot of cat fans. That's because my friends call me Cat. And also, so for today, we're going to be adding the clarity cards from the Pagan Cats deck, which looks like this. Okay. And then I'm also going to draw anybody that gets a super chat today. I'm going to also draw one of these beautiful Divine Doors cards. It's a wonderful deck filled with mystery. So we're going to be doing that too. So, Roxy, lucky day. Okay. So let's hold in our mind, who is it that's troubling you? Interesting that this card is turned face up in the deck, and it's the Ace of Imps. And sometimes the imp is something that is kind of an evildoer, kind of a tease. An imp can get in the way of progress and get in the way of good things, seemingly. So very interesting that the Ace of Imps turned up first, because we can accidentally empower the people who are not connected with us. We can empower our absent, um, the lack of presence. Now, this could be about money because you're trying to work on your career and there's a lack there that has your attention. And it can also be about love, that there's a person, sometimes a family member, who has cut you off. And the fact that you cannot, it seems ill will. When are we sure that it's ill will? Hey, Midnight Crow, Selena, so glad you're here today. Our super chat today is receiving two bonuses. One is the cat deck for clarity, and the other is the Divine Doors for like frosting on the cupcake. All right. So we're going to start off with, we'll start off with Roxy. And so I just forgive while I give my cards a little ruffle. Ah, it's a cloudy day today. It may rain in Tennessee and it's perfect for Halloween. A little bit gloomy. And let me grab my Divine Doors and give them a shuffle. Do you guys know the TV show Jeopardy? It's got this music that goes do 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 do, and I always feel like y'all are feeling that. Like, get with it, Catherine. Pull those cards. Okay, so we're on our way. Let me push this to the side. Okay, Roxy. When it comes to what's really going on with that person. So hold a person in your mind. Good morning, Bina. Hold the person in your mind that you're questioning. You wonder what's really going on with them. That's our request of spirit. Okay, so we have the King of Ghosts. excuse me, Knight of Ghosts. And let's see what our clarity cards are here. There's one very eager card, huffed out. Oh, and our second one. Okay, good deal. The kitties are hopping. They're ready to play. Okay, so first we have here the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, very interesting. I always love these cards because I know Roxy has a beautiful black cat. And so I feel like this deck is personal for you, Rox. Okay, and then we look over here and we have the Three of Wands. Very interesting. Okay, so what's going on with your person? Well, the first thing I notice is that we have two knights here, and the knights bring offers. Okay, so it seems to me that this person that you're thinking of, they have some confusion. They are wanting to advance, they want to approach, they want to establish a connection. It could now, I'm not sure for you, Roxy, if this is in business or in love, because I know that both of those are concerned for you. But I feel like there's kind of this stuck energy that the person is in a way wanting to make an offer to you, but they're stuck in very like slow moving energy. So these kind of conflict with one another. And here with this cat, that reminds me of a Bengal. So Midnight Crow, this sure looks like a Bengal, doesn't? I used to own a Bengal, but it looks like this person is really in a holding pattern, that they desire to connect with you in a loving way. And again, this could be a friend, this could be to it could be to a mentor or somebody through work, because love, yep, excuse me, love and respect are all part of what you would have in a trustworthy connection. But this person is having hesitation. This cat is not needing to be on a horse. This cat is content sitting on the back of this goat. The goat, who would run faster, a horse or a goat, right? The goat goes at a completely different pace. And even though this person has such a heart to connect with you, the reality is they feel shy and they feel ill equipped and like the timing is not right. This is somebody who very likely is an overthinker and they just think too much about it. And from the thumbnail on this reading, this kind of fits, where it's kind of miserable to be wanting to advance and yet to be stuck. This could reflect your energy too, Roxy, that you, because of your being unsure of what you're truly wanting, if that's true for you, that you are radiating a confusing vibe, because this person may be simply reflecting what you're feeling. Okay, so let me take our divine doors here and let's just draw a divine doors card for you. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Oh, the orca. What a beautiful, beautiful animal. And I love the animals that have to go to the surface to breathe, right? Their breathing is not like human breathing, where we breathe on automatic. And I don't know about you, but I am so thrilled that I don't have to be the one in charge of my breathing. Because as flaky as I can be from time to time, if I were in charge of my own breath, I'd be in trouble. So I respect the animals that were born needing that breath and needing to break their routine to take a breath. So, Roxy, that makes me think of you and everyone that's listening right now. Do you practice meditation? Have you considered it? So, look at this door. This is the door that flew out of the deck. And let's move to see what is the message. Heart healing. Morning now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness, a new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. Isn't that beautiful? So this might be exactly what's going on with your person, that the reason they're hesitating is because of a broken heart in the past. All right. So when you think of your person today, lift them up and cheer them on. Imagine that you could speak to them. Imagine that you could say, "You're going to make it. You're going to make it. You can let go of this person in the past." Okay. So, just fantastic message for you, Roxy. Take it to heart and do let me know if you have questions about this card. Hang on, you guys. I have to just change the settings on my air conditioning because it's too cold. So, I'll be right back. Sorry for the interruption. You're welcome. And Midnight Crow, oh, I'm so glad that you got the super chat today. It's fun because we're using three decks. We're using three decks for my super chatters, so thank you very much. Welcome to those of you who are new here. I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot, and we're looking for how to feel more connected, how to feel more loved. And a lot of times we carry the pain of our loved ones. We don't mean to do it, but the people that love us, if they're suffering, we can accidentally pick up on that vibe and it can really disturb our peace of mind. So, Aname, favorite animal is a cat. I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anybody. Nope. Good evening, Aname, on the other side of the world. It's morning time here. And we're going to um, Anime, and then Midnight Crow, and then Sarah J. Okay, Anime, think of the person. Who is it that's troubling you? Who's on your mind a lot? And what's really going on with them? And we have another knight. Okay, the Knight of Bats. So you're the person that you're thinking of, Anime, is having some issues around there's somebody in their life who is putting the rush on them. They're kind of overwhelming them. And your person is feeling out of sorts, overwhelmed, that whatever pressure that this person is putting on in their life is causing them a lot of worry. All right. They feel like they're being pushed into doing something that they don't want to do. They're feeling they can't trust this person, but the person has so much charisma that they're tempted. So they're really, like, the game tug of war where there's a person holding the rope on either side, and then they're pulling back and forth to see who will win. The pressure, it's like your person is the rope, and they just feel like they're being pulled, and that's good for them. Okay, even though you're looking at them and you wonder how you can help them, the truth is that this battle that they're going through right now to make a decision for themselves is really helpful. I know it's not fun for you to see them this way, and you may even have angry feelings or frustrated feelings about the person who's pushing your person because you want to say, leave them alone. This could even be a parent or a sibling who is just being rough with them, and you want for your friend to fly free. The thing is, Anime, you can't do this work for your person. They need to struggle sometimes to grow. One of my favorite sayings is that a sailor does not learn how to sail on a calm sea. It's when things are stirred up that we learn the most. So do lift your person up in your own, whatever is your belief system about the divine. Release this person to the divine and don't be too involved in the emotions of their struggle. Take a look at the description box below and you'll find the worry cure. I fixed it last night. So the worry cure is a complete there's no confusion anymore. And so I apologize for that in the past. But if you're worried for your person, the worry cure will help you. It's in the description box, okay? And next we have Midnight Crow. I believe you are next. And I'm so glad. Yes, wait, let me make sure. Yes, Midnight Crow, Selena. So you get your three decks. So anybody who does a super chat, We're working with the divine doors, we're working with the pagan cats, and we're doing full readings rather than just a single card. So, Selena, let's draw your cards. I want you to allow yourself to think of someone. Usually have no trouble that a person will pop into your mind that you're not in touch with or you wish you knew what was going on. And let's see what we have. Happy Halloween, everyone. Okay, we have the Seven of Bats. So what is the guidance for this card for Selena? Welcome, you guys. Anybody who's new here today, make sure that you pop in for your reading. All you need to do is tell me your favorite animal. And for a super chat, I'm going to do a super reading for you. So if you want to play that game, you are welcome. Okay, here's our cards for you. Selena. Selena, such a faithful follower of my work. I appreciate you, girl. Okay, let's see what we have. So we have here the Two of Wands. Okay, and we have the King of Swords. Okay. All right, this does open it up a little bit. So let me just consider. Oh, okay. So the person that's in your mind, they are suffering. When I picked the thumbnail for today's readings, it almost seemed a bit dark because it's got a lot of emotion in it. And with our new moon tomorrow, I was reading about the new moon because I am preparing myself to do our new moon ritual, which happens tomorrow at noon. And I was looking into what's happening with astrology because I'm not an astrologer, but I do love to read about what's going on. And what's going on right now is there are a lot of emotions that are being stirred up. Okay. It's not surprising if you've been having people come to your dreams, if you've been remembering past relationships, even my dog Bella, she passed away just a little over a month ago, and I don't see her like a vision, but the idea of her came to my mind, and when I saw her face, I just was struck because I miss her so much. So there's just a lot of turmoil in emotional energy right now. So what I'm seeing, Selena, is that your person has definitely dealt with some lying, cheating, and stealing. Okay, so your person, it's so hard, you guys, isn't it? When somebody does something wrong to you, when somebody hurts you, it can be next to impossible to let that go. Part of the reason is, and I'm kind of a brain geek, so I just want to explain that your brain, the same place in your brain that lights up and gets excited when you get a crush on someone, that same part of your brain lights up when you break up. Isn't that ironic and terrible? Why would our brains do that to us? I don't have the answer to that question, although I have some theories. But the point is that your person is all wrapped up in the pain of a past breakup. This person may have had that thing, that happens where you break up and then they come back and you want to reconnect with them, and then you do, and then you end up breaking up again, and it's heartache after heartache after heartache. That is what I'm picking up for your person. Why? Because look at these clarity decks. First, we have this cat, the King of Swords, who is on a frozen mountain on a cube of ice. Okay, look at that imagery. And the white cat, it's like this sense of purity and it's a sense of being frozen. And so, as this experience of being cheated on has hurt them so much, they have frozen off or pinched off the possibility of love in the future. Okay. So, because of that, your feelings towards them you're definitely picking up on their pain. We are like mirrors, and we are It's like a channel. It's like when this person is tuned to the FM dial, they're on FM, and the rest of the life that's going to come to them is on AM. And all they do is tune into the fear of being hurt again. Okay. So if you also have been hurt, and gosh, I hope this hasn't happened, but if somebody has cheated on you, it would be logical that you would tune into that person's pain. Okay. The thing is, though, that look at that. See, this is such a wonderful, hopeful card because your person, a part of them is not frozen. A part of them is looking out. They're looking out from behind the wall because they're still afraid and they're worried that love will hurt again, but they want to get away from living on a mountain of snow, sitting on a cube of ice. The thing is about the King of Swords is they become very sure about what they want and what they don't want. But if the King of Swords is not careful, they can close themselves off to love because they only feel comfortable if they're being rational and intellectual about it. But human beings are not built that way. We're blended beings. We have our intellect and we also have our passion. So the thing that's going on for your person is that they're starting to thaw, they're starting to melt, and they want to be connected. So this black and white here, love is not black and white, as you know. Love is tons of shades of gray. And so your person is stuck, they are hurting, they need to move on. You, as knowing this person, you could actually use the soulmate generator on their behalf. Check it out in the description box if you've never tried it, Selena. And because you know what your person has gone through. And so you can apply that reframing to them if you wish. This is a good news about your person because they are starting to thaw. They're starting to come out and be willing to try again. Okay, let's draw your doors, your divine doors card. Again, for those of you, oh, Sarah, thank you for your super chat. I appreciate you. If you would like a super chat today, if you'd like 3 decks in your reading, hit the super chat and I'm happy to do it for you. Okay, here's the card that flipped over. Let me see which side is up here. Oh, there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. You know what? This goes along with your reading, Selena, because look at how this door is hidden, right? So it reminds me of like a hermit that's like buried themselves out of view. And it just fits with this beautiful energy. Let's see what the blessing is. Nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside. So take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. This is so true of your person. They are starting to thaw, and it's true that it does not benefit them to ice themselves out for the future. So I believe that you can feel confident that in their life, they're getting divine signs and communications that they might not even understand, but their time of being closed off is finishing. Now, I am noticing, Selena, that 7 7 is the number that's at the top of my page. So do Google the angel meaning of 77 because I believe it will hold a special blessing for you. Anytime that the angel numbers pop up and you hear me refer to them in a reading, everyone that's listening, you will have a chance to go Google that. If somebody wants to Google it right now and add it into the comment stream, very cool, because numbers are signs from the universe and they're always available for us to interpret. Okay, so Sarah J, welcome, and thank you again for so much support that you give to my channel. I feel connected to you. Sarah and I are both taking a wonderful meditation class. It's called Waking Up, and Sam Harris is the author. He gives us permission to give a month of his program for absolutely nothing to anybody who wants to have freedom from overthinking. If that's you and you're an overthinker, send me an email. I will send you a link at no charge. Because if we can learn to manage our mind, we allow peace of mind. It's natural. It's not easy sometimes to hear the ideas because it's kind of intimidating to control the mind, but I'm really enjoying it. So, Sarah, thinking of a person, hold that person in your mind. Okay. And we have the Ace of Ghosts here. And so let's get your clarity cards. What do we have for Sarah? What magical advice? What is the insight that she can have about this person that will bring her peace of mind? Okay. Let's see. I'm just sensing there's one more. Yes, thank you. And what do we have here? Okay, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Nice. I love the Two of Pentacles, and I love this depiction. Okay, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, can you see those okay? And then last, we have the Death card. Okay. Okay, so the person that you're thinking of is having an awakening, Sarah. There's something going on in their life where they are. This reminds me of the last reading because it's like the person has been pinched off, they've been closed off to love. Excuse me, I need to grab a sip of my tea. The person in your mind, what's really going on with them is that they have been pinched off. They have pinched themselves off from love, from connection. There was a great deal of darkness in their life. And it could be that even in their family of origin, that they were raised by caregivers that were not able to help them understand love. They may be neurodiverse, they may be an accountant, a kind of a brainiac nerd whose brain is super smart in numbers and figures and calculations, but their emotional intelligence has just never been a match to their IQ, and that they've suffered throughout life where they felt unloved and unconnected, and also that they may have done a lot of blaming, that their parents dropped the ball, that they think life has not been fair. I'm just sensing that energy that the person you're wondering about and the amount of suffering that they're going through is a lot, it's been self-imposed. And that, yes, when we have a sour spirit, we attract sour experiences. You might want to write that down. People with sour experiences are often sour, they have more and more sour experiences. The word sour just comes up for me today because it's the opposite of sweet, and I just feel like this person has had unfair amount of sour experiences. Now, the good news is, though, that there is an end in sight for this, that there is a thaw going on. There's curiosity in your person. It's like an awakening. It's like, wait a second, there has to be a different way. And so, Spirit, with this purple hand, the purple is the color of the divine. The purple, look at that, got a hold of your person, right? The hand of the divine has a hold on your person. It is causing some disruption in their life, spilling the cup. And the good news is that there's freedom coming for your person. Look at the two orbs there and look at the Two of Pentacles here. Notice that on the Two of Pentacles, there is a party hat. Okay, so your person, something has got their attention and they're really wanting to make a different choice. You don't know what it is, but you're excited for them because you have walked next to this person and you've often thought, gosh, if you would only do it this way or that way, but you can't change the person, right? All you've been doing is watching their pain. Now they are starting to realize that they have been like a mouse caught in a reel, like with a hamster in a wheel, and they keep feeling like life is just cycling with the same pattern over and over again, which is great because they are now realizing that they are the person at the center of all those patterns. And when they look in the mirror, for some reason, they're like, wait a second, maybe I have an option. Maybe I can let the part of my life go that hasn't been working. This could be a person who's just started into the 12 steps group. This could be somebody who is going to therapy, right? This is somebody who's taking responsibility to end something. So I am just thrilled for your person. Okay, what does this mean for you? What it means is that you take your hands off of the pain that you think your person is in. Just remove that for sure and allow the divine to work on them. The worry cure in the description box is going to be your answer, Sarah, because worrying for your dear person is not going to help them. Okay, so I've got my divine doors here, and let's see what is going on. What is the divine door that can help you? Okay, what is the divine door for Sarah? Okay, one more little ruffle. Okay, here's your divine door right here. Let's see. First of all, I want to say that flowers are blooming, and that to me is the opposite of being shut off and cold. It means that blossoming is coming, and also the blue doors. The blue is the color of the throat chakra. And so I just feel like your person is really on the cusp of a big change here. The Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Let me read that again. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. An odyssey is an adventure, isn't it, Sarah? An odyssey is when you go off on a vision quest. You're seeking something that you have not experienced before. So, for your person, I want you to imagine them traveling. Okay, imagine them on a mission traveling, because that will support them as they work themselves out of this pattern of failure in the past. Just a fantastic and wonderful um, situation for you. I am thrilled for you. Remember, the worry cure will help because you can't keep worrying about your person. It just pulls you down. Okay. And illuminated Leo light, I'm giving you a standing hug. I just stood up. Thank you for joining. I'm so glad that you are a cocoon dweller. Tomorrow, there is a new moon ceremony ritual that is for members. And so please try to attend if you can. It's at noon my time, although it will be recorded. Thank you for joining me. It means the world. Thank you so much. And so, Sarah J, yes, do email me. Today, we had connected with email, so I would love to be able to support you with that tapping. Rakesh, thank you so much. Bina, is there any? Oh, no, I'm caught up with the super chats. Okay, Rakesh. Oh, I love squirrels. Now, some of you guys might wonder, why is it that I ask for favorites? And the reason is because it connects me to your energy. When I know something about you, my energy is attracted to, we're connected, and then the card reading becomes more correct, more accurate for you. And also, it's a trade. You know, not everyone it has the finances to support me, but when you support me energetically, it means the same. So, Rakesh, I noticed that you have a green fish. That means you and Roxy have been with me the longest because I just started my membership. So my heart goes out to you. Biggest hug for you, my friend Rakesh. Now, the squirrel is an animal that reminds us that we need to play. Have you ever watched a squirrel try to get into a bird feeder? They are so smart and they are so determined. They will not give up. So people create bird feeders just to make a puzzle for squirrels, and it creates hours of entertainment. And so, with that squirrel energy, let's grab a card for you. I want you to think of someone that you have been worried about or concerned about. And the cards today are telling us what's really going on with that person. What do you need to know? Okay, so this is very sweet. So, your person, Rakesh, is actually going through a very good time right now. It's a time of achievement, teamwork. Um, oh, I'm wondering, Rakesh, if there's somebody in your past that you hope is missing you. Do you have an ex or someone who you wish were feeling like, oh, I must go back to Rakesh? Rakesh is my person. This is a very specific reading, Rakesh, but I'm sensing that the figure in my thumbnail, the figure that is sad, I think is in your mind, that you're wondering, are they sad? Do they miss me? And so for you, Rakesh, I know this is a very specific reading, but I'm sensing that what's going on with them is good for their highest self. Notice this little cat at the bottom. I feel like you have sent out your spirit to check on your person. And this cat is just observing and looking at your person's life. And actually, they are in a good space. There is contentment there. Can you see the smile? And so, what's really going on with your person is that they are more satisfied than you think they are. That your feelings have been feeling sad for them. This could be like a friend that you went to school with, and maybe you've been worried for them. It could be a family member that you haven't heard from in a while, and you're thinking, I'm worried. I haven't heard from them. Are they okay? And this message is clearly yes, that they are okay and that everything is growing. The Four of Imps. The Four of Imps is not a complete picture. It's not the king or the queen, but it does show a wish fulfilled in its infancy, that there's something going on with your person that is growing. If anything troubles them, it may be that they're an overthinker and that they are not allowing themselves to enjoy the presence of what's going on. That could be true. But overall, this is good news. So if you've been worried about someone, um, release that worry. I've got a lot of this is a repetitive message today. The worry cure, it's in the description box and it will help you because you are worrying more for this person than is warranted because they're really doing okay. They may not be doing things the way you think they should, but they are following their heart and they're on a good mission. They will grow from this mission. Welcome, everyone. If you're brand new and you're just checking me out, I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot, and we're taking a peek today into what it is that our person is going through. What is it that they're thinking? Because I don't know about you, but I always have two or three people in my mind that are I'm concerned for, and I have to work up against worrying all the time. That's why I created the worry cure because I need it. I'm not kidding. Lady Death, welcome. I feel like this is your holiday, Lady Death, because of Halloween. So I'm so glad to see you here. You are welcome, Aname, and Halloweeny to you, Sarah J. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Hi, universe. And favorite is the rabbit. And I know that Bina, excellent. Thank you. Sarah J. Illuminated Light Tarot, now a member of the channel. I'm so tickled to see that. So universe, I know Bina has Bina, do you have rabbits? Am I mistaken? So the rabbit is such a wonderful, wonderful card. And to me, it makes me think of being lucky because of the rabbit's foot. So let's see, what is it, your person you're holding in your mind? You know what? When I picked that thumbnail, I wasn't sure. I was so drawn to it, but maybe it is that spirit of worry, that we carry worry energy today on this Halloween. Let's take a peek. So, universe. Okay. Okay, yes. So I always love in this particular deck, I'm always drawn to what the moon is saying, the expression, the emotion of the moon, because it gives guidance. And in this particular suit, the suit of ghosts, this is our suit of love, our suit of emotion, right? So the person that you're thinking of is really going through a tough time. And so I can see why you're coming here for this reading today because your person is there's something going on that they know they have to walk away from. The ghost, look at all the ghosts. Look at how sad. They're upset. This one is even drowning in the pool and calling out to your person, don't leave me. Don't do this, right? And then these two ghosts up here, they are able to see the path and they see how the cat is looking down towards the future. Again, most of the cards in this deck that we see the cat's eyes, and the cat is looking at one of the figures. But today, what's happening, universe, is this cat is looking to the future. When I look at the figure, I see that the figure is dressed in red. Red is the color of the root chakra. So there's something about values. There's something about how the person wants to live the next chapter of their life. They may have gotten involved with the wrong people and they may need to cut off certain people because they are not good for the person at all. So as they embrace how they were brought up and what it is that's important to them, they are for the first time turning their back on a bunch of people who are hanging on and holding your person back. This is not easy. It's not easy to turn away from people who are using your energy, who are coming, I call them energy vampires. Okay. So your person is doing such a brave thing. Look at the moon. The moon is not worried for your person. What I'm aware of is the red eyes. This person, the moon is saying, this is the way, walk in it. You're going to be okay. Also, the moon is holding a neutral look on its face, meaning that there's not as much drama here as the person is thinking. So, definitely, you want to pray for your person. You want to support them. If they come to you with doubt and they're saying, this is too hard, I can't turn away from them, they need me. You want to be able to say, look, you have to follow your heart. The time has come to close the door on your past because it's not working anymore. You can do it. You can walk forward. All right. Your person is carrying a lot of weight, universe, and you can support them. You can support them. But if you're worrying for them, that's not supportive. So go to the worry cure and use it. It will help you. Okay, my friend? This is a hard work, and nobody can do it but the person. You may find that it reminds me of yourself because you may have had times when you've had to close off friendships or connections because there were energy vampires there and that they were using you. You know how you can tell? It's like when you have a friend and they always come to you with their problems and you don't mind listening and helping, but they never once say, hey, universe, how are you today? Hey, universe, what's going on in your life, right? And these kinds of people, they're just in our life for a season. We can walk away from those relationships and onto ones that are more satisfying. So your person is doing that work. I am proud of your person. So welcome to the club, everybody. This is Catherine. It's Fish Out of Water Tarot, where we do our best to help people feel more connected to love. And today we are talking about um, somebody who is going through something, and it's like, what's really going on in their life? You may feel disconnected from them. You may feel that there's something that you could do, like, what can I do to reconnect to this person? And so that's the issues we're going to deal with today. So Leo Light, welcome, and welcome especially from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for jumping on board with the channel. And favorite animal is the cat. Absolutely. I don't have a cat right now because Murphy, my beloved dog, ch chases animals. And I read an article about he's a part Jack Russell Terrier. And they said that if you get a cat, plan on training your dog 23 out of 24 hours a day because they need to be trained away from a natural inclination to chase. And this thought comes to my mind before I read your card, Leo, and I wonder about that for you, the idea of trying to make an apple into a pear. So let's take a look here, trying to make a dog into a cat. Seven of pumpkins. Okay, so okay, this is a message of patience. So let's take a look. What's your person going through? So your person is having an issue with patience. They are growing something. It could be a business, it could be a relationship, but there's something that they have been working on for a while, and they are just. I'm confused a tiny bit by the art on the card with the meaning of the card, because the meaning of the card is about patience. It's not time to harvest the crop. Oh, okay. All right, because I'm confused a little about my choice for the thumbnail for this video because it does show someone who's burdened by worry, but the card does not have worry in it. So there is, remember in the beginning, Leo, how I said if I wanted to have a cat with my dog, I would have to retrain my dog. So I feel like you may be carrying worry. You may be similar to universe, where when you think of the person, you're the one worried for them. I'm seeing that the readings today are kind of dual purposed. So I feel what your message is that your person is content in their place of what you see as stuckness. So when you think of your person, you feel bad for them. You may see what they're going through as suffering, and so you coming to the reading, and a part of you wants to check in on them because you feel that they might be suffering. And so your message is no, that for whatever reason, this process that they're in, they see the potential. And they know that if you pick a fruit before it's ripe, it's sour. And your person is knowing, they have a deep knowing that they are absolutely on the right track. And even though from the outside looking in, you may desire for your person to have greater success or to have a breakthrough. But let me point out our colors here because I think they're an important part of this message. The first is the red, the root chakra, and then the blue, the throat chakra. So, and then we have the yellow, which is the solar plexus. So, this person is finding their identity in valuing and honoring their family roots. Whatever they grew up with, those values they were born with are primary. Notice the shirt, it covers the heart. The blue of the throat chakra is represented by this garment, and as they are watching their project grow, they are becoming more clear on how to speak their truth. It's not easy for them to define what's growing, and you are such a loyal friend and a good friend to them that you are actually um, helping them with discovering their identity right now. I love that we only see one boot. It's like they're on this path to a major breakthrough. They are exactly where they should be. If you're worried, Leo, what we're needing is for you to go to the worry cure. It's a wonderful tool, and allow universe to clear your energy. And then when you think of your person, you can be like this cat, just in observing mode, or the moon who is matching the grin and agree with universe and say, no, even though I'm concerned for my person, I know that they are going to be fine. Okay, so I need to check. My attention is so drawn to the cards. Bina, could you let me know? I feel I've missed somebody's super chat and I want to make sure. So could you please shoot me a message? And everybody shoot love, love, love to my darling Bina, a magnificent success for her help to heat. Janice is here. Okay, and did I get the other super chats? Who I think I'm up to speed. Make sure that if I've missed anybody, Bina, let me know. Janice, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here, and I will be doing your super chat in just a little bit. And I'm just waiting for Bina. Okay, let me just take this away for lovely Leo. Okay, thank you, Bina. I love you. Okay, so going, let me just back up here. And rain is just starting to fall. I love a gloomy Halloween. Sarah, I'm so glad. I'm glad you were able to absorb that message for your person, and do use the worry cure. Okay, it will relieve your heart. Kat, good morning. My is and will always be, I can't see what that little, I can't see what the little animal is. Is it a dog? I think so. And Sophia E is here with dolphins and cats. And I know, Janice, your favorite is dogs for sure. So I'm going to be, oh, King Charles, Cocker Spaniel, King Charles, Vashti. They are the most beautiful, wonderful dogs. Those King Charles are very special animals. So, Kat, I'm going to draw for you next, and then Sophia E, dolphins and cats, and then Janice, you will be next. I'm so tickled that you're here, Janice. Okay, so cat. I think that's a dog that I'm seeing, but it's gray and I can't see it against my background. But I share that. There's nothing like a dog. I love cats too, but dogs hold a special place in my heart. So, cat, the person that is on your mind. And now, you guys, I'm really seeing that the thumbnail I picked was really kind of a worried thumbnail. And I see now that people are checking in with me to see, is your person okay? I should have put that in the thumbnail. Is my person okay? All right, let's take a peek here. Oh, I love the seven of imps. Okay, let me key in. So this card is for Kat. Okay, Kat. So the seven of imps. Again, what draws my eye immediately is the moon. In this deck, the moon helps me set the tone of the message, because the moon can either be neutral with a straight mouth, it can be frowning, or it can have a crooked smile. And here we have a smile. So there is some disorder going on here. I have to have a sip of tea. Hold on. Your person is in kind of mm, a tangle. Yeah, your person's in a tangle. Imagine if you have a ball of yarn that's all the yarn is tangled. And so what that means is that they're just trying to figure out how they can move forward, and they can honor what they know to be true and honor what they don't know yet. Okay. I look at this house, this crooked house. So the person feels some loyalty towards their growing up years, because it might not have been perfect. It might have been a little crooked, but they did come through it in a relatively good shape. And they want to create something that honors how they grew up, because that's something that we all do. But your person is being called forward to something new. And each of these little characters has a story. And this your person is trying to defend themselves or direct the people in their current life. You might be one of those people, and you feel like you can't measure up because they're demanding or they're defensive. And this little imp right here might even represent you, Kat, that you're wearing a mask because you want to please the person, but you also realize that some of what you're doing is not good for you. Okay, but you're willing to sacrifice your own happiness and your own progress to support the person, but it's just so difficult because they are feeling very disorganized. There's a difference between defending your life and defining your life. And that's what your person's going through. I'm also noticing down here this cat. And remember the last card I was saying many times we don't see the eyes of the cat. But look at how this cat is looking directly into the eyes of this one. And notice how this one is not even looking at the leader. So this your person is just in a tangle, and only they can figure out how to be the leader of their own life. There's nothing you can do right now except to stop worrying and to allow them, give them permission to untangle their mess. A good suggestion for you, Kat, is to go look in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm going to let my person figure out their own mess. I'm going to allow my person the freedom to mess up. I see that they're bossy and defensive. I cannot change that. I want nothing more for them to be free. I'm going to take off my mask and be real. Because when you're open and communicate with the person, it's going to do them some good. Okay. Take your worried thoughts about them, go to the worry cure in the description box and see for yourself if you can't change the energy around this. Okay. That the saying about trusting the process is so true because when you're with someone who's making bad decisions, you can't fix it for them. Another thing, I want to toss this out there. I was speaking to somebody yesterday who is stuck in a pattern of sending their family member money. Their family member comes to them and they're brokenhearted and they're weeping. And this person has felt that they must support their family member, but now it's causing a lot of anxiety. They're feeling this anxiety because they realize that the person never stops asking. So I just want to toss this out there. If any of you are caught in a web like this card, where you feel like you can't take off your mask, you can't be real because they're in a mess, you might want to try Al Anon. Al Anon is for people who love people who have issues. It's about codependence. And there's Al Anon right online. You don't even have to leave your house. And of course, the Melody Beatty's book, what is her book on codependent? Oh, Codependent No More. An excellent book if you're stuck loving someone making unwise choices. Codependent No More is a wonderful resource. Okay. Okay, moving forward, I'm doing Sophia and then Janice. And if you would like a reading, super simple, tell me your favorite animal. And today I'm doing 3 decks in our clarified readings. I'm using the pagan cats and the divine doors to open up the cards more deeply for you this beautiful rainy Halloween in Tennessee. If you're new to my channel, you are so welcome here. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. You're checking me out. I'm Catherine. And at Fish Out of Water Tarot, we are all about helping people feel more connected in life. Okay. So Sophia E, dolphins and cats, a wonderful combination. And in my mind, a picture comes of a cat riding a dolphin for some reason. And so I love that image. It makes me happy. So speaking of making happy, the 2 of Imps. Let's take a look here. So, Okay, so the person that you're wondering about, and you may be carrying worry towards your person, that's the theme that's come out that surprised me. But worry has been almost in every single reading. That you may be stuck. You're, oh, no, hang on. Let me just look at this. Speaking of codependence, this really does kind of reflect that. So, your person is in between two other people. Your person, this could be a parent with two children, this could be somebody's job where they're in management and they're always trying to get people to get along better. But your person is just in a very draining situation where they constantly are playing like a referee. They're constantly working to keep these two people from killing one another. Okay. And yet, when you look at the face of our figure here, this is not an angry face. This is somebody who is patient, like abundantly patient. And also, the person understands that we have two very immature beings here. Have you ever watched? There's videos on YouTube, a couple of them, where it's about gorillas and the daddy gorilla who's pretty frightening, but silverback, pretty frightening gorilla. And there's two infant gorillas or their babies that are tussling with each other. They're wrestling with each other. And if you watch animals wrestling with each other, they do hurt one another. They naturally push, shove, pull the tail. They actually might bite each other. In nature, it's natural for immature animals to fight. And yet in humans, we often don't allow it. Sometimes our parents can intervene because there's two brothers fighting, pushing each other, and the parent rushes in with an adult perspective and punishes the children for fighting. And this can create a real problem because we're supposed to be tussling with each other. We grow from those tussles. So, with your person right now, they are really trying to break out of a pattern. They want to be able to understand that how they were raised may not have been perfect. It might not have been. And they may have had the caregivers that were too hard on them or didn't allow them their natural um, energy. Their natural energy was scary to the parent. This is a very specific reading for someone because when you grow up needing to be so careful, if you make a mistake, something terrible will happen. That shows me that there's confusion with the caregivers when you were a child. So the person here is kind of working it through. They're starting to do some process work about their growing up years. They may have just started therapy. They may be going to a 12-step group, but they're starting to realize, hey, wait a minute. The way I was raised is different from how other people were raised. My parents felt they were acting out of love with this green garment. But the fact is, some mistakes were made. When we're children, we feel like our parents are gods, but they're anything but, right? So your person is going through a big shift in realizing that how they grew up is not how they have to live now. So they may have withdrawn from you a little bit, Kat. They may be not communicating with you, but trust that what's going on between them and their inner being, there's a reconnection going on. This is the figure I always love to pull up when I think about reconnecting with your own heart and reconnecting with who you were created to be. I do believe, I can't guarantee it for you, but I believe that I have an inner being. I have a sense of, there's a part of Catherine that's non physical, and that non physical part is pure love. It's pure love and acceptance that flows on the inside of me. But my personality, the flesh part of me that grew up, I grew up in a very troubled family. and struggle with PTSD because of what I saw and heard. But I'm discovering now that I'm 71 that after all these years of living, that nothing was meant to harm me when I was a child. Life dealt some very unfair cards, and my parents did not respond in mature ways. So I was misinformed about a lot about life, and they did not allow a lot of expression of aggression or fighting or anger. So I had to accept that a part of myself was simply unprepared to sustain love. So I feel like that's what's going on with your person, Kat. I know I dove deep into this card, and I believe I'm speaking to someone on the call that is very moved by this message. So the real story is, don't worry. The divine is in charge. The divine is guiding your person in ways that you can't. Use the worry cure. Use it today. By you releasing the worries that you are going through, it's really making a huge difference. Okay. So I was in the middle of this reading for Sophia E, and I glanced up and went back to Kat. And so forgive that for that confusion on my part. I'm just a human being. But Sophia E, this whole idea of this card is for you, my friend, and I apologize for that, because the idea of carrying worry for someone that's going through a real spiritual journey is something you can help by stopping the worry yourself. And instead, imagine yourself behind your person whispering, "It's okay, you can do it." All right. When I see the picture in my mind of the cat riding on the back of the dolphin, the cat would need to the cat would have to hold its breath by the time the dolphin dove back in the sea. They're like two different animals. They both can't live the same way. And that's the energy I'm picking up with your person. They can't live like they used to live anymore. It's not comfortable, but the change they're going through is to their benefit. Many times these stories blend together because we who are gathered on the call are on the video. We have such a similar heart. And most of the people that are drawn into my world are deeply caring of, um, of others. And we can almost do that to a fault. Okay. So I apologize for becoming confused. Okay, so next, Janice, my dear friend, thank you for being here. Janice and I have been friends and colleagues for almost 15 years now. We came into each other's lives when Janice was looking for a soulmate. She was sure, positive, 14 years ago, that she knew exactly what she wanted and she was not going to settle. Well, she was 43 and single, and that didn't feel so good. So she was willing to start doing a little bit of work of deconstructing what her family of origin taught her. And it caused her to take a challenge that I said to her. And any of you who are single right now, don't click away, listen in. If you're single and you really want a soulmate, what Janice would tell you is question your desires. Because I said to her, could it be possible that you're fishing in the wrong pond? And she said, absolutely not. I am 100% sure about what I want. Well, needless to say, the universe had a different plan. And once she started to delve into her true desires, she found a husband who is way different than anything she would have chosen for herself. And so, thank you, Janice, for allowing me to share your story, because you know I love to do that. She's now married 10 years, just had a happy 10th anniversary. Is her relationship perfect? Not even close. But they are patient with one another and they're growing together. It makes me get goosebumps to think of your success, my friend. So, right now, so hold someone in your mind. Who is it that you're wondering about? What's really going on with your person? And oh gosh, no, this is such a cool card. This has come up for Janice before, and I know this card has special significance for you, Janice. So let's see, what is the clarity cards from our beautiful sacred, excuse me, pagan cat deck? And I will say that Janice has manifested a career that she would have never dreamed possible. She's 3 years now into a career as a professional pet care, a pet care professional. She walks dogs and she dog sits at people's beautiful homes and takes loving care of other people's dogs. And if you would have told her 20 years ago that she could have a career that she loved so much, she would have said you were crazy. It's true. If you pick up this idea of deliberately creating your reactions to life, everything changes. Okay, enough with that. Let's see now. What are your clarity cards, my dear Janice? And this is your first super chat, so how fun. I appreciate you getting an early start on your day because I know that your time is on the West Coast. Okay, let's draw our cards. First one, I feel this one and this one. Don't be surprised if you resonate with somebody else's reading. It quite frequently happens. The birds of a feather flock together for sure on my readings. Okay, so our first card, we have the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups came out, remember the Eight of Ghosts that came out in our previous reading? So this is a very similar energy, the walking away out into the future. Very interesting. Our second card, and again, the King of Swords is showing up. I don't know if you were here earlier, Janice, when this card came up. Okay, so it looks like your person is definitely going through some a bit of a tangle. I'm starting to call it that. It's like life can get tangled up into a tight knot, and it can make you feel stuck, and so many people do. And we have the Ace of Wands. Oh, this is very cool. Okay. Now, first, I will notice that the cats, I know the cats are resonant with you. You own cats. And I do know that one of the, I don't know if you have many cats right now, Janice, but I know Felix is part of your life. And one of the things that Felix did is Felix chose a different place to live, didn't he? When you had a life change, perhaps it was when you got one of your dogs, but Felix suddenly was like, you know what? I'm moving. And when Felix moved out of the house, it troubled you at first. You were like, wait a second, this isn't right. Felix always used to enjoy being in that sunny window, and I miss his presence here in the house. And don't ask me why Felix is coming into the reading. I have no idea. But I do notice that he's living somewhere else. This cat is outside of this, the world of this high priestess right here. So that's just a sidelight. But what I'm seeing with your person is that they have been frozen. They've been pinched off. This is a very intellectual person who has an easier time understanding logic. I think I might know who this is about. That understands logic and intellectualism. This person could be that they even worship intellectualism, that they depend on their mind and their intellect for peace. The problem is they can become cut off from their heart. And this can be very painful. It's a painful life. Notice the mountain of ice, an ice cube, and then the cat on top of the ice cube. And the cat is frozen. So I feel like your person experiences that they're frozen in one regard. Part of their life might be fruitful, but when it comes to love and connection, there's not much fruit. This person might come across as grouchy or like a curmudgeon because in their way of doing things, they have achieved everything they could. When they've done life their way, it has worked out. And in some parts of their life, they are a bright and shining star. But when it comes to love and connection, there's no warmth here at all. Okay, so I feel like what's happening, Janice, is that your person is getting kind of tired of that. And with the King of Swords, that's one of the headaches of the King of Swords, is that they can cut themselves off emotionally just because they feel safer if they're on the more rigid, colder side. They can't get their heart broken if they never look at their heart. Well, that's not true. So what's happening is something is warming up their life. There's some presence in their life right now that's causing them to warm up. Okay. Now, when I look at this red card, or excuse me, the red dress, that's family of origin stuff. Okay. So it could be that there's somebody in your person's past life, maybe a grandmother that really had an eye on your person, and they always loved them no matter what. And this figure from your person's past is coming through with a new idea. And in the intuition, the deepest mind of your person, there's coming a desire to thaw. This Ace of Wands, look at how the tree is thawing. The bottom of the tree is ice. And as this cat starts to warm up the tree and warm the tree down to the roots, there's something brand new being created. This is not the Ace of Cups, which I think is perfect because your person, I believe, has a really hard time expressing love. I think that they're so into this intellectual model that for them to speak warmly to somebody it just doesn't feel right. But because of the influence of a woman, it could be you, Janice. It could be that you are this woman in red and that you are creating the desire to walk away from the way they used to do things. The way this person has mismanaged emotional experiences is not serving them anymore at all. And they need to take a path forward and look at how the light is like follow the yellow brick road, that this path of gold that's going to be really blessing them. Now I'm noticing these sunflowers, and the sunflowers here represent the Queen of Wands. So it could be that there's someone in this person's life who has already manifested love outside of the ice, and that this person has had tremendous influence on the person that's in your mind. Okay, so as you take this reading in, please don't worry for your person. There's so much warmth. See the warm colors here and the fruit, see the warm colors here and see the warm here, that your person is being surrounded by love. And even though they may have a hard time receiving it, it's happening. Okay. I get goosebumps. This is just a wonderful, wonderful reading. Let me just, we have our divine doors. Those of you who want an extended reading, this is what I'm using today, the beautiful divine doors. And so, Janice, oh, this one popped out immediately. Oh gosh, I love this door. Gosh, I I feel like I know who this person is. Janice, be sure to contact me later about this reading. Janice works with me privately, and I enjoy that relationship with you so much. But do reach out because look at this door: rocks, stones, hard as a rock. It's the exact same energy of being frozen like a rock. So thank you, Divine Doors, for spitting out this card. Let's see what the blessing is for Janice. Bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. So what this shows me is that you do carry love and but you also have worry. Like worry is holding hands with love for this person. I would definitely create some time today. You probably have some sage or Palo Santo. If not, be sure to add some to your spiritual tools. And do just, I know that Archangel Michael is very important to you. So allow Archangel Michael and yourself to create some sort of ceremony where you can release this person once again. I know you've done it before, but release them to the process of what's going on. You don't want to have hands on here. You want to allow spirit to continue to guide your person. Be sure also use the worry cure whenever you're feeling overwhelmed with concern about this person. All right, because the worry cure will support you. And you guys who are just hearing me, you don't know what a worry cure is, just peek into the description box and there is a link that's called the Worry Cure. It will take you directly to a tool that'll help you detach from over worrying. And it's something I created over 10 years ago. It is still bearing fruit today. So take a look at it. I need a sip of tea. We're going strong here. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. Your presence, the way you use your time to support my work means the world to me. Let me have a sip. It's so important when we're carrying worry about somebody that we carefully decide, is that in their highest good? Illuminated light, thank you so much. I love what that your support means the world to me. It means the world that you're green now on my screen with a little fishy next to you. I love it. Lady Death, favorite animal is a sparrow. You know what? There's a song, an old spiritual that said, his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he cares for me. That really moves me. I wish we all could know how much we're loved. Wow. Lady Death, you got me. Okay. Vashti, let me gather myself. Thank you. Vashti, yes, I owned a King Charles once, and I couldn't keep her because I was in an apartment and I just didn't have the wherewithal to keep her, and I was able to give her to a wonderful family, but it broke my heart because such a wonderful dog. But dogs are faithful, aren't they? Faithful. What's the message we have for Vashti? Hang on to your person that you're thinking about. What's really going on with them? Okay. The Page of Bats. Okay. Oh, oh, this is so interesting. So your person, let me take, first of all, I look in his hands and he's taken off his sunglasses, okay? And it's nighttime and you don't need sunglasses at night, right? So your person is really feeling quite refreshed. They have just come through a time of heartbreak and betrayal. It could be that your person went through a relationship where somebody cheated, or it could be that they were in a job where they were not well treated and that the job itself became toxic for them. Because this is the sign that somebody is leaving a toxic situation and they're willing to grow. They're willing to say, look, that's what happened. It sucked. I was treated badly, but I'm ready to stand up and walk forward. I feel like your person may not have been seeing the truth. And you may have even seen it, Vashti, where you saw your person being abused or just being ill treated. I mean, I have a friend right now who's working on in a job where they push her so hard, and it's not fair for the amount they pay her. They should not be treating her so disrespectfully. But I can't fix it for her. I can't repair the wounds that have happened there. And so I feel like your person may be going through something like that. Now, the bats, they're blind. Bats are blind and they use the air, they use the sound of in the air to direct themselves. And they don't bump into anything. Okay. So I feel like your person was blinded by their past situation and they couldn't see where they were going. But humans bump into things and humans fall. If we can't see, we fall. Our spiritual guidance will always take us where we need to go. So your person is through the worst of it. Okay. They are standing up. The ground is still rocky, but they're walking forward. They're looking back, which doesn't serve them. I look at this cat, and the cat's like, why are you looking back? We're going this way. So your person needs support, cheering them on, keep moving forward. I will tell you that spirit, when I look at the purple here, the spiritual guidance your person is getting right now is helping them. Maybe they're even listening to this reading right now and they don't even know it, right? They're being guided to information, humans, and um, and data, books, learning. maybe they went into counseling, or maybe they talked to a wise person, but they are willing to take off the mask, take off those glasses, and create a new path. So for you, if you're hoping that you're on their path, sometimes that happens, where we want to be part of their healing. And maybe your person is looking backwards at you. You need to put yourself into their future. See yourself in their future rather than looking at them in their painful past. How do you do that? By simply saying, even though I don't know how it's happening, my person is walking forward. Even though I don't know how to help them, I can thank God that they are healed. Even though I want to be part of this healing, I can see that releasing them will serve them better. Use the worry cure. It's in the description box and it will help you let go. This person needs to go their way. This cat, their inner guidance, is trying to tell them. And these bats who are whispering in his ear, keep going forward. Okay? Good message for you, my friend Vashti. Let's see who's next. Some of you may wonder why it is that I ask for you to give me your favorite animal. It's simple, it helps me line up with your energy. Lady Death, my favorite animal is a sparrow. Hi, Nora. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here today. I remember you from the other day. And what do we have here? We have cats again, cats and cats. Lady Death, favorite animals, the sparrow. Yes, so there is, they're in the scriptures. I was practicing born again Christian for many, many years, and I spent a lot of time in the Bible. And there's certain scriptures that even to this day move me. And one of them is that where they talk about, look at the birds of the field. Do they worry about what they're going to eat? I think about Murphy, my dog. He worry about what he's going to eat? When he's hungry, he'll let me know, and he may bark or put his nose in an empty bowl. But do animals have worry? Do plants have worry? And I would challenge you to say no. They just live life as it's dealt out. So with the eye on the sparrow, that if the Creator cares about such a small, insignificant brown bird, it's about this big, isn't it even more likely that divine has got their eye on us, whatever your belief system is about the divine? Let's take a look for you, Lady Death. So this is so interesting. So the person that you're thinking about, with our two of pumpkins, remember that our what we're seeing here is that I always look at the look on the moons blinked out there for a minute. Am I back? Yes. Okay. Sorry to blink out on you guys. Every now and then I have a connection issue, but the moon is always my indicator of the mood of the deck, and this is not an unhappy moon. This is almost a grin. The Two of Pentacles is a reminder to be playful. Okay. And it also is the signal that there's a choice that needs to be made. And so, what strikes me, Lady Death, is this posture of standing with the legs crossed. This is something that females tend to do when they're feeling anxious and they don't realize it. I catch myself doing that. Somebody taught me that years ago. And when they told it to me, I did not like getting the news. In fact, I resented it because what's happening is that when you're standing with your feet apart, about a foot apart, so you're standing solidly on 2 feet that are separated, you come across as more secure. So, what that's showing me is that your person is feeling unstable, that they're caught between two choices. and they want to make the right decision. It feels stormy to them. I look at the storm in the sea, and can you see the sea monster that's in the sea? So your person struggles to keep a positive mindset. They struggle to believe that something good can come out of any situation. Abraham Hicks is my favorite YouTube provider. There are literally thousands and thousands of videos available from Abraham Hicks. If you haven't tried it, be sure to listen in. They're only 10 to 15 minutes long, but they talk all about creating a mindset of acceptance and just let it go. Their whole message is let it go. How your mood is more important than anything else on the planet. So when you're feeling worried or concerned for your person, it does not help them. So, what you're wanting to do is to allow them the privilege of making this choice. And it might be, Lady Death, that you are feeling insecure because one of their choices might be not including you. Like there's something here I'm sensing, that you want to be part of this, but that might be causing the insecurity in your person. I feel like they have split loyalty and they really don't want to hurt anyone's feelings and they're feeling just stuck. And the irony is that they need to incorporate a playful energy in their decision. They need to be thinking, what is the most fun for me? What is the most pleasurable for me? And that might be intimidating for their loved ones and friends. For example, when I was 66 years old and I moved to Mexico by myself, and I can tell you that there were parts of my family that thought, what the hell are you doing? But it felt right to me. I couldn't wait to go. It was thrilling, and I loved living in Mexico. I was there for nearly 4 years. Okay, so I feel that way, that your person is verging on a choice that you may think is unstable, but for them, they can't resist the call. Okay, so if you're carrying worry for your person, use the worry cure. It's in the description box, but allow them this choice best you can, because when we accept the things that we do not that we cannot change, peace of mind always follows. Okay, remember, if the universe can take care of a sparrow, they can take care of your person. Nora loves cats. Fantastic. And Leanne, hi Leanne, and you are a dog fan. Thank you very, 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 very much, my darling Bina, for doing housekeeping on my channel. People can be inappropriate sometimes, and if people come here without love in their hearts, we just exclude them just for the preservation of the channel. And so I thank Bina so much for that. So Nora, and then we're going to do Leanne. So Nora, thinking of a person, you're just so curious. What is really the situation here? What's going on with your person? Happy Halloween, everyone. If you're new here today, I'm Catherine. It's Fish Out of Water Tarot, and we're all about helping people feel more connected. Oh gosh, Nora, let's look at this. So your person is really wanting to feel settled. They want to connect with a human. Look at how they're holding this cat. And I love this. This might be your energy, actually, Nora, when I think about it, because of the love for the cat. And you said you really do love cats. And so I feel like there's something going on here that this might be your energy that I'm seeing. Because sometimes when we're very bonded with animals, there is a part of us that wants more human connection. And that can be difficult because humans are not as easy as animals. Animals are always so grateful for us and they appreciate us. And when we take care of them, we get nothing but joy back. So it could be a friend of yours or another connection that has that same feeling that animals are safer than people. I'm just picking up that energy strongly in this card. And so what I'm seeing here is that there are many options. So your person right now, that I is read it the two ways. So for a person that you know, they are confused. They have so many options, they don't know how to pick. This could be somebody who just broke up. It could be somebody who's looking for new love, and they're intimidated because they don't want to make a mistake. But yet the universe is saying, look at all these choices. Look at how different each option is. There are not identical humans. They're not. And so your person is looking out there and they feel doubtful and fearful. But that's part of what they need to go through. They're trying to decide, are my root chakra, the red here, are my values that I grew up with, my core values. Can I hold on to them and still choose an option that may be quite different from what I grew up with? So it's just showing a lot of stretching and growing. Now, if this energy is yours, Nora, this may be a part of you, right? That imagine yourself as having two parts of your own self that are having a battle. So one part of you wants your cats, wants the peace and quiet, wants the regularity and the routine of an animal companion. And there's another part of you that does secretly ache to belong to someone. And if that's the energy that's going on here, the universe would say there are humans, many, who will resonate with you. There are other humans that love cats and they would resonate with you. Okay. And so you might find it useful to use the soulmate generator. It's in the description box and it gives you a way to detach from any heartbreak or old breakups that you've had that could be holding you back. Nora, this is very unusual to have the same reading, same card with two totally different readings, but I do feel that both are meaningful to you at some level. Above my screen, I see the numbers 1515. So do look up, do a Google search on the spiritual meaning of 1515. I think anybody that's hearing my voice right now, do yourself a favor. There is an angel message for you that is the number 1515. Okay, Leanne, dog. I love dogs. I have a very special dog next to me right now, Murphy, who we can thank Murphy today. He did not go on alert and bark during the reading, and I appreciate that. So let's take a peek. Leanne, what is it? Thinking of a person, you're wondering what's going on with them? What's going on in their life right now that you're feeling that concern? Okay, so your person is a go-getter. Your person likes to get things done. They like to go fast. Okay, look at the horse, even. They picked a horse that is panting. See, it's like there's a saying, chomping at the bit. And when a horse is chomping at the bit, it means that something is holding the horse back because the horse wants to fly. So your person is having a lot of structural tension right now, that there's something calling them forward. This, oh no, I'm sorry, I said Knight of Swords, tonight it's a Knight of Imps. So this angel here is guiding. So the angel, spiritual wisdom, is guiding your person forward. And this horse is chomping at the bit. The horse wants to be released. The horse wants to go, but the knight is pulling back. So this is that structural tension where everything in the person to go forward for what they want is right there, right in front of them. But there's doubt somewhere in your person. They don't think they're capable. They are afraid. Whatever the call is on their life, it could be that this could be like in a relationship situation, Leanne, where they want it. They're commitment phobic, right? They want to be committed, but there's something inside them that says no. And it's really causing a problem. If this is somebody in your life who you want to be connected with and you've been hanging out, dating, or hanging out with them for a while, and they will not commit, what's going on is very difficult in them. They are feeling it. They want something that they don't believe they can get. So if this is the case and this is a person that you want a commitment from, it might be, and I love you so much, Leanne. Whenever Abraham says that, you know that there's going to be something a little tricky. Oopsie. I see I've frozen here. Hold on. I'm losing power in my phone, you guys, and so I can't go too much longer here because the phone is saying, please plug me in. But I will. Let me finish up here with Leanne. Leanne, what's going on for you is that you are being called into an awareness. Can you wait for your person to get over themselves? If you've been with someone over a year and they are still resisting a commitment, you have to be so honest with yourself, because chances are that this person is in your life for a reason and not for a season. Meaning, what there's the purpose of this person might be to teach you what it is that you really want. It's a painful lesson to be connected to or dating someone who is afraid of commitment and they are not sure they can move forward. You may love them with all your might, but you can't be their angel. You can't get them to change their mind. All right. If you've been with someone over a year and they have not committed to you, you need to have a conversation, and you have to be brave about that. You have to sit down and say, look, tell me where you see our relationship a year from now. And if they say, well, I don't know, it's going good for me, you've got to realize person may not have what it is that you're looking for. Okay. This person may be out of touch with creating a family or creating something that will go forward. All right. Now, if you're destined to be with this person, they'll give you an answer you can live with, which would be, next year I see us married. Right? There you go. But it could, I'm just wanting you to take this to heart, that even though you have a lot of regard for the person and that you think it could go forward, you have to be honest with yourself. If they cannot answer that question, where do you see us in a year? They cannot answer that question in a positive way. You need to move forward. Hard information, but true. So there's a little device called the Soulmate Generator. It's in the description box. And you can use that to just tell your story and tell what's going on and be able to get some relief. Take a deep breath. Many times we can fall in love with someone who's not the right person. I've done it myself, and it's difficult, but they have that saying that says some relationships are for a reason, some are for a season, and some are forever. And what Abraham Hicks teaches us every time is that when we're with somebody that is not our proper partner, we become even more aware of what it is that will truly make us happy in the long run. Okay, my friends, I am running out of battery, and so I need to scoot, but I'm looking out at a beautiful, gloomy, rainy day in Tennessee, perfect for celebrating Halloween. Thank you so much, all of you who joined me today. Thank you to Leo, Illuminated Leo, for joining my program. Thank you for all of you that got super chats. Your support means the world to me. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and you'll be notified every time I go live. And go forth and prosper, dear friends. Keep me posted what's manifesting in your lives. Love you.